Ring, ring.
Hello?
Cherish, you're not gonna believe this.
What?
You know how I normally struggle with the D?
Yeah.
Diarrhea.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're not gonna believe this. Today, I strangely had a very rare occurrence of something known as the C. Constipation.
Oh, no. Have you ever heard about colon broom?
Colon broom? No.
Okay, let me just tell you a little bit about it, okay?
Okay.
It cleanses your colon and helps create regular bowel movements, improving digestion and your gut health.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
Does colon broom also help boost energy? Does it help your weight goals become easy to reach? And is it keto and fasting friendly?
Yes, it is!
Whoa.
And if you use promo code WORSTDAY10, you can get $10 off and free shipping.
No way.
Whoa. You should probably get yourself some colon broom and fix that C problem you've got.
I agree.
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye.
I have to take a picture of you taking a bong rip with the hydrating mask on. Okay, go.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to, I'm going to...
You're gonna.
My hand's all slimy. I didn't want to do the green hit, though, because I was going to give that to you.
Oh. Cute.
Oh. Sorry, it's slimy. It's just the mask.
That's fine. I need to put my... Am I going to do rejuvenating or hydrating? Brightening, sorry. Boost of radiance. I could use that.
Yeah.
Lord knows.
When in doubt, boost of radiance.
Hi, welcome to the worst day of my life. My name is Cherish.
Hi there, my name is Megan.
We are at Megan's house wearing sheet masks. I'm about to be wearing a sheet mask. Hold on. Ew, it smells like flowers. Yuck. I fucking hate flowers.
Yeah, Cherish hates anything that smells good.
I don't hate flowers. I hate the smell of flowers.
Yeah. Or are you also hating the smell of fresh grass cut or whatever?
No, it doesn't bother me.
Oh, okay.
No, I like that smell. It's just like summer, you know?
Yeah. But spring you're not so into the smells of spring?
The smell of flowers just makes me think about allergies for some reason. Mm-hmm. And like old woman perfume. Yeah. Like musky.
Oh, yeah.
Perfume. That's what goes through my head when I smell a flower.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like that musky, like the lighter. I like fragrances that smell like clean and fresh. Mm-hmm. And I do like the way sandalwood smells. I don't feel like that. Like there's certain, but the musk, like the deep. And I remember those used to be like perfume options back in the day. It was something called, it was like something musk. And then there's like another one that people were into, like exclamation. Was like a perfume. And it came in a bottle with like an exclamation point. Uh-huh. And that was like really popular.
When I was a kid, it was a weird like baby powder smelling.
Yes. Yeah, I was thinking of that one too. And I don't do well with like baby powder deodorant. And I'm not dissing those who do, but with
baby
my
soft.
body, baby soft, but my body odor still comes through. And so it's like a combination of BO and like a baby.
Sorry guys, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. I think I broke it. Just a second.
We finally found them to only be destroyed.
Well, I tried to take it off while I was taking a bong rip to be polite, but I should have just waited until you were done talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's okay.
What were we talking about?
Talking about baby fresh deodorant.
Gross smells.
Right.
Yeah.
Combining with body odor.
Yeah, I just I'm not a perfume person, period.
No.
Except that one that you got the other day that you said smelled like a stripper. That one smelled really good to me.
Well, I'm going to give that to you because and not that I'm going to think you smell like a stripper.
It's cool. I don't give a fuck. You can think I smell like a stripper.
There's nothing wrong.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with,
Before we started recording, you said you had a dream about me?
Oh, yeah. So, well, you were just a fragment of the dream, but you were an essential key player. Okay. And so it started out that I was in a courtroom for a couple of people that I know. They were in court fighting for kind of like a like a parental, like trying to gain guardianship, not custody, but guardianship of a person. And so it was like a big deal. But it was like a full court room. Like it was like if it was like a O.J. Simpson trial or something, like the whole thing was packed just for like a simple like guardianship, case or whatever. And so anyhow, oh God, I already hear myself doing, anyhow, whatever. I'm not going to be mindful of it. But they were in this, big packed courtroom, and I was there too, like to support them. And it was that particular trial or case ended, and it actually like ended favorably. But I was supposed to go back with them home. Like it was somewhere that was far, like up in Seattle. It was up in Seattle, now that I'm remembering. Okay. And so I was going to have to go ride back with them in a van, out here where I live. And for some reason, I had tons and tons of stuff. It was almost like I was just like carrying bags of laundry, carrying groceries, carrying a jacket, carrying my purse, carrying art supplies, and I was like struggling, and I kept dropping all this shit. And I go outside, I'm like dropping shit. And that was the other thing. I had a giant wad of cash. Like, how you see in like movies, yeah, where they have just like they open up, like a suitcase, and it's just like rolls and rolls or whatever they're pulling them out of their pocket, and it's like, and I kept saying that was my inheritance money. And I had one package of half of a pack of cigarettes, and everyone outside the courthouse kept asking, like bumming, wanting to bum cigarettes for me. And I was like giving all my cigarettes away, and I was like getting really nervous because I kept feeling like I was dropping stuff, like dropping cigarettes, dropping my money. And then I get outside and I have my cell phone in my pocket, and I see all these people at this beachfront area, and they're all swimming and stuff. So all of a sudden I just get this impulse that I'm going to go swimming too. And I like dive in, and then my phone is in my pocket. So it gets, wet and basically is not totally dead, but like getting there. Okay. And so I get out of the water. I'm like, oh shit, I had a cell phone in my pocket. I go back in the courtroom, and I remember that I left my purse with like all of my money in it on a seat.
Oh, your fat wad?
Yeah, my fat wad and everything, and a bunch of other shit and clutter in my purse, because I remember like rummaging through trying to find the fat wad, and the fat wad was gone. But then I realized there was these two people sitting to the left of me, and it was like there was a guy and a girl, and they were sitting to the left of me, and the guy was sitting closest to me, and he kept getting like really close talking and like kind of like rubbing on me, or like I could feel his skin touching my. Well, he was actually kind of like good looking, but but he was good looking, but it wasn't like, well, it was kind of like one of those dreams where you're like, oh, I'm in a relationship, but it still continues to happen. Yeah. And so I go outside because I'm like contemplating on what to do, and you're the only phone call that would go through on my water damaged phone. And I was like, Cherish, like I don't know what to do. Like I'm stuck in Seattle now. I don't have any money. My phone's about ready to just be completely dead. No one knows where I am. Like all, just pretty much anything that could go wrong. Like. I had no transportation. The person that was supposed to give me a ride in the van had no idea where I was, all this stuff. And then now I have this guy like hitting on me. Yeah. And,
I would have rescued you.
Well, you were just like, Megan, my advice to you is suck every dick that you possibly can while you're there. Fuck any guy that you want to. Just make the best out of it, like
YOLO.
blowjobs, whatever you want to do.
Oh my God.
And I was like, well, but what about Kenny? Like, I have a boyfriend. And then she's like, you were like, Megan, Kenny's sick of your shit. Just do whatever the fuck you want. And then I woke up and like Kenny was laying there and I was like, oh. I was like, he said he doesn't ever, he's like, sorry I was in another one of your nightmares, because I have nightmares frequently, and he's usually doing something terrible, you know? Like,
I have those.
Yeah, I hate it. But he's like, I have dreams about you. He's like, but I don't have nightmares, so he's like, you're just in the scenario. It's not like you're doing anything bad or...
Right. You're just there.
But I was like, oh, I'm sorry. My subconscious, really thinks, because I've had some really bad dreams about him, doing, the worst things. And then it's like I wake up and he's there and I'm like, you
motherfucker.
Yeah. And then I have to, come to realize that didn't really happen or whatever. Because you're usually very realistic. Mm-hmm. It would be stuff that could happen. And I see, tiny weird details that, would make total sense. But it's then I wake up and I have to kind of come down from this what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was it. You were there, but you were a big key player because you were just do whatever the fuck you want. Go suck all the dicks you want. Fuck anyone you want. Nobody cares. Kenny's sick of your shit. And go fuck that guy or whatever. The guy's rubbing his body all over your body.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah. So that was the dream.
I'm okay with that dream depiction of myself.
Okay.
I have something I need to talk to you about.
Oh, jeez.
I scheduled my stomach surgery.
Yeah.
It's the middle of June.
Uh-huh.
And in my mind, I mean, of course, it's surgery, but I thought, it's done laparoscopically. Mm-hmm. How big of a deal can it be?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty big deal, turns out.
Oh.
So they're going to basically I have a large hiatal hernia, so between a third and a half, depending on my body position of my stomach, is in my diaphragm, which is up, it's pushed up into my chest.
Right.
And it's from having a baby.
Yeah.
Scout did that to me. She kicked my organs up where they're not supposed to be, or pushed them out of the way.
Yeah.
I think because I have such a short torso or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And she's a pretty big baby.
Yeah.
When she was born.
Yeah. Anyway, what they're gonna do is go in and take the part of my stomach that's up in my diaphragm, pull it down where it's supposed to be, wrap it around the bottom part of my stomach, and sew it on. So it's like a cuff at the top of my stomach. I'm showing her with my hands.
Yes.
It's like a cuff. So they'll take this extra piece, wrap it around there, sew it, and that way it'll keep everything down, and it'll keep me from having acid reflux like I have, and all of that stuff. So the bummer is that it's, I'm going to be on a liquid diet for a little bit afterwards. And then after that, I'm going to be on what they call a soft food diet, which I thought was, mashed potatoes and mashed bananas and whatever. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's
what does it mean?
Straight up baby food.
Oh, pureed.
Pureed,
but a basic.
Yeah. I can't have anything that has a seed in it that could get into the incision. I can't eat after 4 weeks or something like that. I get to start incorporating tiny bites of food, and it has to be cut to the size of a pea, and I have to chew it into just mush.
Right.
Because if anything gets stuck in there, it's bad news. So it's going to be 6 weeks until I'm ready for food and alcohol and anything with bubbles in it, anything with
Yeah.
Like, I can have water and, like, baby food.
Oh my gosh.
For
You're gonna
6
weigh
weeks.
you're gonna end up weighing
I
like
know.
75 pounds.
I'm gonna lose my 20 pounds.
But that's, yeah, but I mean, that's like
know.
the least fun way to do it.
For
but
fuck's sake. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not... Like, I was just thinking about having that tube down my throat for 24 hours and how obnoxious that was. And just, like, how I had to eat things differently. And there are things that I
Right.
couldn't eat. Like, I'm not going to be able to eat meat, bread, like, fruit, fresh fruit.
Yeah.
None. Like, I can't have any of that. I can't have anything that could possibly...
potentially, have just like that one thing. Or, or sticky stuff.
No matter how small it is.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't have it. So,
Right.
it's going to suck.
Yeah.
We for this we'll probably like record a few episodes ahead of time.
Oh, yeah, that's
or
fine.
take a little hiatus maybe for
Yeah.
a few weeks if we have to. But I'm excited to not have acid reflux anymore.
Yeah.
Constantly. Mm-hmm. It's ruining my life.
Yeah.
But also they told me that afterwards it's going to be really hard to burp,
Huh.
which made me and Patrick both really sad because I belch a lot. It's
Yeah.
like a big part of my personality.
Oh, gosh.
Like, I'm not
Right.
I can't walk around belching anymore.
Well, I mean...
But we
wonder if
have
you're-
them. We
yes.
have my belches forever saved on this podcast.
How
somewhere.
about, next podcast, just do nonstop, like, do the
just belch.
podcast belching.
I'll just every word I
Yes.
say has to be burped out.
Yeah.
I could probably do that.
Yeah, and then it'll be like a symphony of your burps.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it will also give you like a really good, like you're going to have a lot of self-discipline about what you put in your mouth, or like a lot of thought to it. So it could
Yeah.
also just be like a really good lifestyle, like, change type
sure.
thing where you're like, because I would like to get more thoughtful about like what I eat, instead of just like mindlessly shoving. Like, I ate an entire bag of like cream-filled stuffed Airhead things the other night, laying here, and then I went on to eat like a half a bag of sunflower seeds, and it was like midnight, and I just like, and then
What did you do at my house the other day? There was sunflower seeds everywhere in the
sorry.
spare bedroom.
I don't know. I've been on a sunflower seed kick lately, but I do it until like basically it starts like my tongue starts getting like
Raw.
numb.
Yeah.
And so then it's no longer appealing, but I'll still just like, cause it's like, I like the oral fixation, it helps me to also just not smoke. Like if I'm driving long distance and I just constantly have something and I like salty things.
Yeah.
But I was also talking to my coworker about how he got really bad kidney stones. He was talking about, because we were talking about like energy drinks and stuff, and just how
so bad.
Yeah, and then how like he was well, I don't want to divert off your, like, you're still talking about your stomach thing, but it
I'm
was
done.
just being conscious of trying to be more conscious about stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I think because I'm never really forced to do it, and even after all the recommendations from doctors of things that I should not be eating at all, I still really struggle like with not eating like tomatoes. Like, I'm not supposed to eat tomatoes. I love tomatoes. Like, I've loved them since I was like a little kid. And then when I lived out at your place, and they were like just like growing in abundance.
Yeah.
But it makes my skin, everything, like I get like really, that's like my rosacea like breaks out, and I get like weird pustules and like weird shit all over my face and stuff. But I'm like, at least like sometimes I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I love tomatoes so much. I'm willing to endure like some, gross face for a few days or whatever, just to have a tomato. But anyways, he was talking about how he used to go and do like work on or install or something, or build or be a part of the like cell phone towers. And like going like 300 feet up in the air, but like doing like crazy long, like 27-hour long shifts. And like just having to drink Red Bull after Red Bull after Red Bull. And then he was talking about how he started also getting an addiction to sunflower seeds because he was driving like a long haul truck. or in, like, or doing long distance driving, and like, I don't know if it was a long haul truck, but probably was, I guess, if they were carrying like equipment. Anyway. And so he would have to stay alert. And so he'd be like eating the sunflower seeds because that was keeping him like, kind of focused.
Doing something.
Right. And then get out of your stand.
Just lay down.
And then he was drinking so many Red Bulls. He said like within 3 months he got like severe kidney stones.
Yeah.
And he thought like his roommate had just left or something. I guess he thought he had maybe his appendix burst or something because he was like suddenly, and he felt embarrassed because he was like laying on the ground, but he was like, what do I do? And he's like, it just kept getting worse. And so then he had to, call the ambulance. But I was just like, he told me that story, and I've been cutting down my Red Bull addiction and my salty things, but I'm still like, I should probably not be doing that at all, but to just like cut myself off, like my willpower is. But for you, it's like this whole journey is like one of those things where you can't afford to have like a slip of something. And so that's really, it could be like really hard. It sounds like it'd be really hard, but it also sounds like it might have like some good like after benefits. Whether you wanted that or not. Yeah. But maybe I should do it with you, and and then we can,
we puree everything that you eat.
Yeah,
and you can't drink out of a straw either because of the chances of burping.
So I don't know that I'm going.
Penis straws are out of the picture.
I could do like a juice diet or like not a juice diet, but like a smoothie diet or something, and like maybe I don't know.
You can use a straw though,
because I don't know like what. Like, do you just like take a bag of frozen peas and like put them in a blender and then drink that? There's got to be a way to make it.
I fucking hate peas.
Okay, sorry. Okay, not peas. Maybe yams. Do you hate yams?
I like yams.
I like yams too, and they usually make me feel like good.
Or, I can just chug Scout's baby food.
Oh, there you go.
Pouches.
I wonder if you could do that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pureed. Yeah. They're made to not be choked on.
Yeah, but I mean, like, their ingredients, do they taste good? I mean, I guess they make them to taste good so that a baby would actually want to eat it.
I'll probably get more, like, fruit and vegetables and, like, more of a balanced diet from what I have to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you won't even, like...
I've always been forced to get healthier.
Yeah.
Like, when I quit smoking the first time, it was because I got pregnant with Sophie. When I quit smoking the second time, it was because I was about to have my wisdom teeth out.
Yeah.
When I was pregnant with Scout, I had gestational diabetes, so I had to completely change my diet, but that was totally easy.
Yeah.
Because I was pregnant and that's all I cared about.
Yeah.
Pregnancy also made me quit smoking weed.
Pregnancy always makes you, like, because you're thinking about another life now, so it's like,
So I didn't smoke weed. I had to get off all of my, like, medications that help my brain work because they would affect her, or they could potentially affect her.
Hey, you don't growl.
But and then this is gonna force me to lose the 20 pounds that I've been wanting to lose, so...
Yeah. Well, but... That's big news.
Yeah, fun stuff. So,
how long have you known this? Probably months?
Nope. Okay. A few days.
Okay, good. Wow. I just have to throw in that Cherish usually tells me about the major things that are going on, like either after the fact or when it's really, I don't know, like a long time after she's known.
You're not the only one that complains about that
I know.
In my friends. Ireland Megan also complains about that. She says that every time I tell her something going on, I'm like, hey, so just so you know, having this kind of health problem.
Yeah.
She's like, why didn't you tell me?
Well, I get
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. No, I get that you need to probably, process it for yourself and stuff.
Well, and I don't ever think anything's a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't ever think
tough.
I guess. I don't know. I just the way I need to think about it is if Megan was going through this, would it be like a big deal to me, If Megan was having this health problem, Yeah. And most of the time the answer is going to be fuck now. I don't give a fuck about Megan.
Well, that's good. But No, but I mean, I get it. It's just always like when you tell me, like, something's going on, I'm like, have to brace myself because it's usually because it's something like serious going on.
I
I hope you can't hear my stomach crawling into the microphone.
Do you need to stop for a
No,
snack?
no, I'm fine. There's no snack that I would want to snack on right this moment, but
Oh, speaking of snacks, when you're talking about sunflower seeds, have you ever tried Gerber Puffs?
oh yeah, I have. I love those Gerber Puffs.
They are a great thing to just sit and eat and eat and eat and eat. They have no calories. The vanilla ones taste like fucking cupcake frosting. Every flavor is good. The sweet potato ones are bomb. But I started buying them for when I work because I noticed myself just sitting there eating like chips and shit.
Yeah.
While I'm working because I just, have
Like
ADD
zone
and
out,
need to do something. I don't know. But I buy myself Gerber Puffs.
Ooh.
And they're not salty. They have like little vitamins in them and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like there was some kind of puff that was a baby puff, but it was banana flavor a long time ago. Do they still have those? Oh gosh, because I used to always just get down on those ones.
Banana baby food is so good.
It is
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will eat that shit all day. I don't care. Should we read an email?
Oh yes, please, because that's what exactly I think that we have been neglecting doing for a bit.
Should I let you read? Do you want to read it?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's take a tiny little breaky. Okay. We're going to read an email. Megan's going to read it to us.
Okay. I've even put on my glasses.
Oh, Grammy.
Yeah.
Cute.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah. I'm so ready.
Hey, yo.
I wasn't ready for that.
You beautiful ladies ask for embarrassing stories. This one is a doozy. In the height of 2020 quarantine, my sister and I concocted a plan to safely take our annual sibling vacation. We decided to do a road trip with matching camper vans, complete with walkie-talkies for those areas with no self-service. That's really
Genius.
Yeah. Nice and socially distanced fun, right? Unfortunately, the trip was cursed from the start. The mishaps included being broken down on the side of the road, robbery, yes, the assholes stole the walkie-talkies.
Oh no.
Oh no, yeah. And then, and the loss of a beloved pet. Oh no.
Oh, terrible.
By the time we reached the final stretch of the trip, we were done. Because we had to return the vans in Las Vegas, we spent the final nights of the trip at Lake Mead. We settled in a nice camp spot right at sunset. The next morning, we realized the campground had only a few sparse trees that barely provided enough shade for one dog. We were overheating fast. Thanks to global warming, the campgrounds are now miles from the lake. We grabbed our paddle boards and kayaks and drove to the lake where we had a lovely afternoon on the water swimming and paddling. That part sounds nice. I'm afraid though, because I feel like this is like not gonna get. This gonna get like something bad's gonna happen soon. Okay. By the time we headed back to the van, it was getting dark. The temperature changes fast in the desert, which is yes, I can contest to that. I had no desire to sit in my wet swimsuit bottoms on the drive back to camp, so I wrapped a towel around my waist and took them off. No one was the wiser, right? Back at camp, I went to the side of the van to grab a change of clothes and head to the washroom. Unfortunately, my boyfriend, unbeknownst to me, had tossed the boats right on top of my bag of clothes. I climbed up on the lip of the side van door and began to tug on the kayak so I could free my bag. Suddenly, I lost my grip on the wet boat and went flying backward. Ay, ay, ay. I tried to stop my fall with my right foot. Bad choice. My foot twisted and a searing pain shot up my leg.
Oh no.
The impact also loosened the towel.
Oh.
Ay, ay, ay. As I said, I feel like it's just going to keep getting worse. Unable to hold my weight on the damaged foot, I fell backward and the towel went flying. And I landed spread eagle on the ground. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. Flip-flops pointed to the sky. I laid there in agony, exposed to the world, and laughed, cried, unable to move. My boyfriend stood rooted to the spot with his mouth hanging open and... oh, gosh. And his eyes shifting back and forth between my exposed crotch and my face. My brother-in-law stood staring at the sky while folding and unfolding the same tarp over and over. Behind me, I heard my sister incapacitated with laughter. She managed to squeak out a request for her husband to help me since he was the closest to me at that point. He replied, I don't think I can. I added a stutter.
So her brother-in-law is supposed to help her up?
Yeah.
Sister, do it.
My boyfriend finally came to me, and his first move was to cover me up with a towel.
Oh, yeah. Where's the boyfriend been?
Well, okay. he was doing something. Hold on. Should I go back? Because I feel like he was doing something.
Standing there with his mouth agape.
Oh, I think he was doing something. Unfortunately, my brother was tossed the post. Okay, wait. He already fucked up there. Okay. Maybe my boyfriend stood rooted to the spot with his mouth hanging. Oh, he did. He was standing there with his mouth agape. Okay. My boyfriend finally came to me, and his first move was to cover me up with a towel.
He was frozen.
Yeah, shock.
Okay.
He then asked, "Are you laughing or crying?" I said, "Both." I added some emotion there. That's when he lost it. My sister eventually made her way to the other side, and they took an arm and attempted to lift me into a chair. The moment I was vertical, the towel dropped to the ground. Oh, man. I spent the rest of the night in a chair with an elevated foot while my campmates plied me with a canned wine to dull the pain. That was when I noticed the other problem with the lack of trees. Oh, no. I could see perfectly into the other campgrounds on all three other sides, which were, of course, filled with families. Oh well. Long story short, my foot was broken in 2 places, and my ankle was severely sprained. Yeah. I had nowhere to go anyway, plus I had a great quarantine story to spice up Zoom happy hours with friends.
Zoom?
But I don't know that I'm supposed to read her name.
If they put it on there, you can read it.
And that was from our friend Mandy.
Thank you, Mandy.
I love it.
Riveting.
That sounds really awful.
Fuck. That's terrible. There was something else I was going to talk to you about. Hold on 1 second. You know what's so funny?
What?
Patrick I was just listening to our last episode because I have to edit that one and get it out by like Tuesday.
Yeah.
I was listening to it, our last episode, which was with Patrick.
Yeah.
And he heard it in the bathroom and he goes, ugh. Like, I hate the sound of my own voice.
Oh.
Isn't that so funny?
That is funny because I feel like he has a comforting voice.
I think so too.
But yeah, like it's a lot of people don't like the sound of their own voice, I guess.
I don't.
I hate it.
Yeah. I don't like the sound of my own voice or necessarily the way that I talk a lot of times.
Yeah. I don't
But I also don't really give a fuck. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't like mind like the tone of my voice, but I do like have, I guess my focus is usually on saying like 800 times or
me too.
All those other things I throw in. Yeah. I could just go without those, but then maybe what would I have to say?
But I noticed in listening to our recording that Patrick says, a lot. He doesn't say like.
He almost says, in like a Midwestern kind of way.
Yeah. Is Colorado the Midwest?
Well, I guess maybe it would depend on what side of the state, maybe. If you're on the western side, I don't know. Or, on the eastern side of Colorado, that might be, I don't know. I don't know where the border is. So if you didn't want to wear a special facial mask that looks like
foreign skin.
That was the other thing when you were telling me this serious information about you had your face mask on, but it was also like hanging off. So I was like trying to like look at you, like taking this information in seriously, but also while you're telling me, it's just like this mask's like you're like dropping off the side of your face.
Yeah, that's why I took it off early, because it was already it wouldn't stay on. My dry ass face rejected the moisture. What's it called? Hydration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you're laying down in a position, it won't like slide off your face.
That makes sense. You're probably not supposed to be standing up and talking while you have one on, as I am.
This one says 10 minutes. This one says 20 minutes.
I was thinking on the way here, do you think that oyster shell place put up those no trespassing signs because of us?
I don't know, but now I've been driving by and I see they have like a something else is going on there. Did
Like
you see it?
Do they have like a security
stand
camera
or something? I don't know, but they have. It seemed like they had like a station where you could walk up to it that had a cover over it now, and I don't.
You could buy them?
I don't know
That would be cool.
because
We didn't want to steal them off the ground.
I just
They were just on the ground, though.
well at the time there was no sign, so I just thought it was like a dumping ground for excess oyster shells.
Yeah. Which we used to line the garden
Yeah.
to keep slugs out. Mm-hmm. I guess they don't like the texture of the outside of the shell.
Yeah, well, at the top, especially, it gets like really jagged.
Yeah.
Well, like on the top or
Rough.
the outer part of the shell.
And since we did that, now that same place has a bunch of no trespassing signs.
I know. Yeah. Which sucks because somebody wanted me to go there and get some, and I was like, well, can't do that anymore. I guess. I don't know.
Whoops. Probably our fault.
Yeah, that's okay. We didn't know. I haven't been having my explosive diarrhea problems ever since. It's really weird.
You said ever since we did the
Colin Broom commercial, that like whole night that I stayed at your place, and we tried to record it that one night, and then I got like the C, constipation.
Yeah.
After that, like I have not been having explosive diarrhea problems like ever since that weird night.
Oh my god.
So I don't know, like if it's just maybe just even saying the words Colin Broom were strong enough to like, I don't know.
Colin Broom's magic.
What? Colin Broom.
Promo code worstday10.
Yeah.
$10 off.
Well, wait, maybe
Free
it just gives
shipping.
you constipation.
Well, supposed
She didn't have any of it.
Yeah.
It's just, Megan has a constant problem with the D.
Diarrhea.
It's become part of her regular life.
Yeah.
And just coincidentally, we do this Colin Broom commercial, and now she happens to be regular?
Well, it started out constipation, and then it turned into just a regularity.
Wow.
I know, it's really weird. I haven't really quite figured it out. But I also thought maybe it was like this, I don't know if it was the sunflower seeds I've been eating, or something else that's helped me get through this problem, but I'm not having that chronically at this time in my life, knock on wood.
Ooh, doggy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I made a note to remind me to tell you one funny thing
Oh, yeah.
that I learned about alligators
Oh, yeah,
after Patrick did his alligator hunting trip.
yeah.
He said that, well, at least one of them did this. I don't know that all of them did this, but one of them, they pulled up and it was too small. So they ended up just like, they death roll themselves and get all tied up in your fishing line. So you have to like clip it and untie them and stuff, even though you're going to throw them back. It takes a while. So while they're doing this, like, this particular alligator, the whole time he's going, oh, Aww. Aww.
Oh no.
Aww. Like just making
Horrible. Yeah. Sounds like
a bum.
Stanley sounds. Yeah.
It's just like bummed out. You're like, oh, you got me. Oh. Oh. Hilarious. I had no idea they made sounds like that.
Yeah.
A few things that I saw on your list at my house. Mm-hmm. Oh, and this would go well with the crotch showing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because both of these things involve you being naked.
Oh, okay.
These two stories.
Okay.
The first was when you were house sitting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I feel like that one was like weird because I had to like go and remember exactly how that went down. What is the other thing I was talking about?
The other thing, the other one, if it's easier, that I thought about was they were showing your house.
Oh yeah, the date
to potential renters.
Yeah, that was a good one, or bad one of a day, but a good stupid story. But yeah, that was when we were living kind of over by the Safeway, and it was this pretty cool, like I feel like that house was really cool, like especially for that neighborhood and stuff, that we got like a good deal on rent there. But it was it had a basement, and the basement could be kind of used as sort of, I guess, a studio. Had like a toilet down there and everything. And that was during the time that I was going through the breakup with Dave. And so Savannah and I were like down in the basement, and then like Dave and Sophie were like still kind of like on the upper part of the house. And so we were like on the verge of moving out of the house, and the rental property management company started giving like showings. And so Dave and I at that time were just kind of communicating about these kinds of things because he was working and stuff, and just like letting each other know, like, oh, hey, by the way, you know, somebody's going to come over by the house today to show, you know, to the rental management company or whatever is going to show the house, that sort of thing. But on this particular day, he forgot to tell me that anyone was going to be showing up at the house for a showing. And I was downstairs naked in my bed, which I very seldom do, which is weird.
Really?
Like I do not like sleeping naked.
I imagine you sleeping naked all the time.
I hate sleeping naked.
I do too.
Yeah, I do not like the sensation of like, I just want the sensation of clothing, but not just naked sheets on my body.
That's so funny because you have so many stories where you end up naked. And I assumed that you slept naked.
No.
Funny.
No.
Okay.
I feel like sleeping naked almost just jinxes me or dooms me for something bad to happen. But on that morning, I was sleeping naked. I don't know why. And I hear the sounds of voices coming from upstairs, you know, and footsteps going, but it wasn't familiar, you know, like voices or sounds. It wasn't Savannah.
Right.
It wasn't Dave. It wasn't Sophie. It was just like some, oh, okay, and this is the, you know, kitchen. And I was like,
oh, fuck.
So I go and I'm like, oh no, you know, like there's people, I can hear them like moving about and going to different places.
Bedroom.
Yeah. So I book it out of my bed, but my legs were both asleep.
What?
Yes, because that was like something that was happening to me a lot.
Oh
like my legs were falling asleep. So the minute I hit the floor with my legs, I just collapsed. Like my legs gave out from under me. Like especially if I'm woken up too early. It's my blood pressure's really low usually, especially in the morning, like after sleeping, if I'm in a deep sleep.
Is it your thyroid?
It's probably my thyroid part to do with it. But so my legs gave out, I collapsed, and I'm like on gross, like, I think it was, I don't even know, it was like linoleum floor, and I was just like sliding my naked body, trying to like
pulling it with your arms.
Yes, with my arms. I was pulling my dead legs, trying to drag myself to my bathrobe. And so I finally like slither quickly to get my bathrobe, and I get my bathrobe. I'm putting my bathrobe on just as the real estate person or property management lady is opening the door, and then she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. And then she has like, and they were standing like kind of like, because that basement had just like a narrow stairwell. So it was like the people that she was showing the house to were still kind of like I had to like get around them in a really awkward way to get up and out just to escape, because I was so caught off guard, so freaked out. I did not want to stay there in the bedroom while she's showing it to these strangers, and it was just so uncomfortable. So I booked it up the stairs, and I was just like, I'm so sorry, I wasn't expecting anybody, just whatever I could say really quickly. Ran up there and then just got in my car and just proceeded to like drive around in my bathrobe. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't stop anywhere. I just kept having to like drive because I couldn't get out. I was like naked just in a bathrobe. So I just drove around for I think like a half of an hour. I kept driving by the house to see if the, rental or the property management car was gone. And then when it was safe to be able to go back inside, and I can't remember, like something weird happened during I think I was like out of gas or something, and like had to go to the gas station or just something stupid just kept ensuing, but it was just dumb. And that lady already thought I was just a total dillrod. And she later came, like when we finally cleared out the entire house. For some reason at that time, I thought it was cool to try to do anal enemas, like to myself. Rectal enemas, like to clean out my colon.
Sophie's face.
Yeah. So I was going in the bathroom and I was hanging up this enema bag that I would fill with different things. You do like coffee enemas and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I hung this bag on the doorknob in the bathroom, and I would just like lay on the ground with a towel and put the hose up my butt and then do the enema. But that bag, the enema bag, I like put it way high up into one of the shelves in the bathroom. And when the property management lady came to do the final go through with Dave in the house to like check everything and make sure that, the house was in good standing order. It was like it's a final inspection.
Yeah.
She was like, like patting around in the thing, and then she touches the enema bag, and then I guess pulls it out. This is according to Dave, because Dave later called me and was like, hey, I think I have something of yours like in the trunk of my car. But it was because she pulled it
just
out.
broke up? That's so embarrassing.
It was so embarrassing. Like, I think you might want this back. And I'm like, what is it? And then he explained to me the story and how when she pulled it out and then she looked at it, she's like, what is this? And she's like, and she realized what it was, like a gross enema bag. And she was like, just like handed it to Dave. And then he was like, that's Megan's or whatever.
Was it clean?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it was clean. I mean,
I wasn't coffee grounds and
I don't know. I usually was really sterile with that thing because I was like trying to do it like for medical reasons. I was like, but I think it was clean.
I can imagine you being in a hurry and leaving some coffee grounds in there and throwing it up there and being like, "Oh, fuck with it later."
It's possible. It's really possible.
Back then.
But that was and then Dave called and was like, yeah, so I have something of yours. It was like, kind of like when we did the final thing, and yeah. Yeah. I don't know how to, bring this up, but, and then I was like, please just throw it in the dumpster or garbage. Like, I don't want that back.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to, drive across town to get my enema bag.
With your
so embarrassing.
Someone who just broke up with that you want to be away from.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it wasn't like a sentimental item, my mom gave me a, something and like
that
it
was my
like
mother's enema bag.
Yeah. Yes, I must meet you. We'll, try.
I wouldn't recognize an enema bag if I saw it.
It kind of almost looks like one of those like the old school like bags that they used to use for like it may even be the same bag. It's like those red bags, and they like have like a
pad.
Yeah, like where you can use it for cramps or
hot water bottle.
Yeah, it's not this kind that you like put on your head that has the you know, like you can fill it with hot water, put ice in it and use it like that. But it's kind of almost the same idea. I think that can be used for that, or it can be used with cleaning out your colon. Or
did it have a hose attached to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could attach a hose. But you could also just fill it with water and not attach a hose. I think it's multi-purpose.
The only time I've ever had to use an enema was right after I got my rib removed, and I was having a really hard time. I had a C problem.
Oh, yeah, from like the medications and stuff.
Yeah, the pain meds. And anytime I tried to stretch my pain meds out so that I could take a shit, the pain was so intense. It was like, I can't do it. Yeah. And it's so hard when you're recovering from surgery. You know, they tell you to take your pain meds before you feel the pain, because it's so much easier to stay on top of it and keep it away rather than it's here now and let's make it go away, you know? The first idea was like the fiber supplement drink.
Yeah. The laxatives.
The second idea was, the laxatives, of course. Like, I had been taking those the whole time, though, and nothing was happening. And it was getting painful, and where I was, like, not eating anything and everything. It sucked. I would so much rather have the D than the C.
Yeah. Yeah, C is no.
It's terrible. But I tried an enema twice, and nothing happened. Nothing came loose.
Yeah.
Then I went on to the shit that they make you drink before you have a colonoscopy to like clean out everything.
Yeah.
I drank one of those, and in my mind I was like, okay, the last time I was constipated like this thing did it. This was my last resort. Like, it sucked, but it got everything out. Let's do it, you know?
Yeah.
And after drinking that, I was sitting in my parents' bathroom because that's where I was recovering from the surgery. And I was talking to Patrick on the dating app, just like chatting with him. And while I was doing that, I was vomiting and like curled up in a ball on the floor crying because I was so upset. My final thing that finally worked last time didn't work this time. I was just vomiting it up. God, even before that, my brother had made me these like, you know, shots of like whatever, who knows, apple cider vinegar mixed with whatever, and like
a homeopathic type.
We did mineral oil. We did like castor oil. Like we tried everything. And this one weird bubbly drink was my like last thing to try.
Right.
And it was making me vomit.
Oh no.
And I was just crying on the floor because I was so sad. I thought for sure that was going to do it.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening was I had to stop taking my pain meds for a little bit and endure the pain of like not only like the bone that had been sawed through and removed, but the incision. That was the worst part, was the incision is just like burning pain.
Yeah.
Just miserable. But that was the only way I could take a shit.
Yeah.
And it was like 14 days after my surgery.
Oh, geez.
It was like I was about to go to the emergency room kind of constipated, which is terrible.
Yeah.
I'd rather have diarrhea than that, honestly.
Yeah,
Daily.
But I mean, it's all like real stuff, though. I mean, I don't know what they even would do. I just imagine, like, at some point, if somebody could become so backed up that they would do like they would, you know, like where they would put you under and then send like some kind of like something up to like break up the mass of hardened.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
they'd have to.
Like, it's like becomes like a clay-like material, like, because you don't want to like.
You get impacted colon.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then, like, perforate shit. Or,
and I was scared of that. I was like, what is going on
down low because, like,
face.
you sure you want to be in here, love? You can go in the other room if you want. You enjoying this
Is
conversation?
it grossing you out? A little bit. You're trying to process it. Well, just wait till it happens to you, or not. Hopefully, not happen to you.
Yeah.
But have aging bowel problems, because I think that definitely elderly people definitely have to deal with being constipated a lot. It sounds like because of the push of prunes and everything else. Like keep. Well,
it's just like your digestive system starts working less efficiently.
Right, yeah. Like
as you get
everything
older.
slows down and
Yeah.
like your metabolism, but like you don't want to repeat any of those moments because like sitting on the toilet and just like it's like your body's like doing what is like it's your muscles are spasming. Yeah, you feel like the spasm and the like and you're just like sitting there and it's just and then the other additional it's just, no.
It's the worst.
But that's why I think that like maybe this situation where you have to be on this strange like diet thing might be like a strange godsend, and then we can start a strange gastrointestinal cult. We can all adhere to it.
Okay.
And you can be the what's that guy's name? It was like the leader of the Hale Bopp Comet people. The they like wore the
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate. That's right. But the
leader of the Heaven's Gate cult, Marshall Herf Applewhite Jr.
Yeah, but he went by a different name in his when he was like the guru.
Okay. Doe.
Oh, Doe. Yeah, that's what it was.
I can be the dough.
Yeah.
I think it's way more appropriate if you are the leader of the gastrointestinal cult.
But you're gonna find the answer. So you're gonna find the answer that solves the problems of the gastrointestinal health issues.
Surgery
by rebooting. Well, just by rebooting your like what you eat. Like you're rebooting the system of, like you're starting from a baby. It's like you're rebooting your system.
You think that's what's gonna happen?
Kind of, yeah. Because you have to do this whole entirely like from one extreme to the other of your regular diet. So yeah, you're gonna be like totally cleansed out. You're probably gonna have like, because I feel like when I've done actual cleanses or anything where you're like fasting, that sort of thing, you start kind of getting like tripped out. You start getting kind of tripped out in your mind.
What?
Yeah, it's like a rebirth.
Oh,
so I feel like you're going to get rebirthed, and then after the rebirth, then you will be the dough of the gastrointestinal colony of followers, cult following.
That reminds me, I've been like slowly designing merch as I have moments of time.
Yeah.
And some of the ones that some of the just stupid t-shirts that I've made. Mm-hmm. Golden pussy. Golden titties. Golden bowels.
There's a lot of goldens. Yeah.
Then just plain old worst day of my life shirts. What else did I make? Sativa Diva.
That's a good one.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, don't forget sisters.
Soulmates?
Soulmates or whatever. I guess, soulmates.
Okay. Let me make a list. Oh, I wrote it down. Okay. See you next Tuesday, but it'll be like a C with a U N T.
Right.
And then the writing off to the side. See you next Tuesday. Diarrhea Diva. Crohn's Crew.
Crohn's Crew, yes.
Anyway, I'm slowly working on things, and then once I have some things, I'll make it available to everybody. But I'm mostly just designing t-shirts that I myself want to wear.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for any, even if it's like one merch item.
I really need your input too.
Yeah. Well, no, I like that. I was excited about all those ideas. I think that the multitude of Goldens should be on some kind of like a golden color background or something like that.
So I designed it on black, but it can go
Or like the words or something. I feel like
other
something.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the words are gold, and then there's like
Oh yeah.
a little sunburst around it.
Yeah.
So it's really cute.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. And I like, well, it would probably be like super dorky, but the soulmates.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about the yin and yang of feet being like a foot.
We should design like one of those
feet.
those BFF necklaces, but it's feet.
Yes. Yeah. But
And
in the
it's-
yin and yang friend
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
But just for you and I.
When did you ever talk about feet?
You're not caught up on the episodes, Loaf. Nobody is.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We are.
So, should we wrap this bitch up? We might be able to.
I don't know. Do you think we can?
Let me see. Has it been enough? If anybody else has any ideas of like things that they've heard on our podcast that would make interesting merch, remind me of them. You can email us at theworstdaypodcast@gmail.com. You can also send us stories of the worst day of your life. They're usually really terrible, embarrassing things. But if you have something deeper you want to get off your chest, you're welcome to send us that too. Anything that you want to send us, we'll read it. We have an Instagram. It's just the worst day of my life.podcast. I usually post pictures on there that are like relevant to our episode. So like for this one, I took a picture of Megan taking a bong rip with a sheet mask on her face.
Yes.
So that picture will be on there. Maybe some others. Who fucking knows? And then we have a wonderful Facebook group just called The Worst Day of My Life. But other than that, just remember that it could always be worse. And we will see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye. Bye.